If you're wondering why I'm jamming out to music only I can hear, it is this. I just made money writing online with a brand new platform that I discovered, and it kind of sucks. Okay, so Textbroker basically does two things. It connects people who want text written to people who want to write text and who want to earn money. And it's supposed to be really simple to sign up on both sides. And I was like, well, you know, I love writing. Why can't I do this? And so I decided to sign up. So this video is going to be all about discussing Textbroker. I'm going to talk about general review of it, how easy it is to get started, what the actual earning potential is, and who I would recommend this for. Okay, the sign-up process was frankly clunky. Okay, so when I signed up as an author, I mean, like as soon as we left the main Textbroker site and went to like the intern Textbroker site, I mean, like, look at this text. It's so bad, and it's just really bad. What is the profession, field of study, yada, yada, yada. So let's just fill this out. So I already did this with my actual account. I'm just setting this up so you can see how easy or simple it is. So I've activated my account and it takes me to this really ugly page. It redirects. So this is the first thing I notice when I log into Textbroker. It's so hard to understand why there's so many tabs. Like, it's very confusing. Like, there's no explanation about what any of this is. Home. So let's go to assignments. So I've logged in and I have to start, but before I can even start, there are these two random notifications that don't go away. They just keep putting more there and they're really annoying. I don't even know what they're for. So now I have to submit my writing sample. Okay, so when I did this with my original one, I actually got a really, well, not nasty, but it was a really funny email that said like, look, your writing was great, but you could not follow instructions, and that's why we've given you a 3-star rating. They go 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating options, and the higher up you go, the more you get paid. But look, like their instructions are confusing, so I want to show you exactly how. So this says, write in the third person. Do not accept the reader in the call to action. Choose one of these options. Keep submissions between 200 and 300 words. You need some coding. They don't tell you which. They tell you to check out a video. You go to the video. It's not a video. It's an article. So you go back to the webpage and you're like, okay, so begin with an appropriate title. Introduce the topic in no more than 100 words. Continue with a meaningful subheading. They're requiring an article. So to me, an article is something that's full length, like a completed start to finish thought. But then this is where it gets confusing a little bit, okay? So because they say that you introduce the topic in 100 words, so that leaves you 100 to 200 words to actually finish the article. Continue with a meaningful subheading. And then in that paragraph, you go into detail about one aspect, and then you end your submission with a call to action that encourages the reader to check out the topic for themselves. So I did my best with this. I wish I had my original sample to show you. Like, I really tried. I did one about living in Boston, and I thought I followed this to the letter. I did the bolding thing, I did my tagging correctly, like I did everything right, and yet still they said that I didn't follow instructions. So I think the only thing I can think of is that I tried to formulate this like as a full article, which I thought they were asking for, and not like one aspect of the topic you've chosen. And also for sightseeing in Boston, do they mean I should have only given one of the things to see in Boston? I wasn't really clear on that. I found this article, these guidelines confusing, so I thought it was a little cheap of them to give me a 3-star rating, but never mind. Once you submit that, I did hear back fairly quickly. I think I heard back in about 2 to 3 days regarding my devastating 3-star rating, which really hurt my feelings. But let's log into my actual user profile. Again, another really annoying thing, like if you log in, it won't let you because it's really crappy design. Like, this is such an ugly bar. So you have to specify author login and then log in and then take you, and look, there are the notifications again. So if you scroll down, this is the really funny thing. You scroll all the way down, and then you click write content. And there are the notifications again. They never go away. They're just stuck there. Then you get to see the work that is available for you. So you'll see the good ones, marketing and website content. Those are only available for the coveted 5-star review option. But there's a lot of work that you can do for 2-star workers in business and economy. And you think, great, I know about business and economy, I can do that. And this is where things get weird. Okay, I'm actually gonna go get the conspiracy theory hat, even though it's not a medium conspiracy theory. Because things are getting very strange. So if you scroll down and you're like, wow, so this is all the work that's available from one Jim Tannenbaum. He's not paying a lot, he's paying less than a penny per word, which I guess he can get away with because he's targeting 2-star review authors. But I was like, all right, well, I guess if you do enough of those, I mean, how long does it take to write 60 words? Not very long. So I was like, all right, well, let's just check out one of these Jim articles. So this is what they say. You have to do a Google search for one of those terms, click on the topmost link on page 1 that replies to that, and then read through the page and write a summary of what you learned. And you do that, and it's all of those are just for that. So my conspiracy theory is that Jim Tannenbaum is using this to bolster his Google rankings. I have no idea why he's chosen this. I guess it's fairly cheap, like to get a click for like 42 cents. I did more work on a guy called, let's see if I can find him. What was his name? So I had to Google Stefan Krauss EV Revolution, pull up this article and write like a 300-word review of what I read. And I did get paid like $2.40 for that, so still less than a word, a dollar per word, a cent per word. But like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I think the whole thing is a scam to get you to get Google to think that these websites are interesting and relevant. I think the actual writing is basically pointless. I think the whole thing is just an SEO scam. Oh yeah, and you can only do 2 of those articles. You can't do any more. So the most you're gonna get from Jim Tannenbaum is 84 cents. So not exactly riches here. All right, hat off, because I think that's a conspiracy. And you know what? I don't even think it's a conspiracy. I think that's just fact. I think people are using Textbroker as a way to bolster their SEO. They're getting very cheap SEO. So you can also do things like team orders and direct orders. So direct orders are when you fill out your profile. Like, again, how do I get there? Account, my user data, my public profile. You have to come up with a nickname. I tried Zuli, but it wouldn't let me, which was really sad. It has to be totally different from your regular name. Unclear why. And it shows you a little bit about like the work you've done and how many words you've written. I mean, like, I thought about filling this out, but honestly, for the cents per word that they're paying, it's just not worth it. Okay, now on to earning potential. So I've made I've made $2 from Stephen Krauss's Google article, and I expect to be making 42 cents from Jim Tannenbaum's SEO technique. So that puts me up to $2.42, which means that I can purchase 1 ticket on the T here in Boston with that money. It's honestly, the earning potential is very low unless you manage to read all the instructions correctly and earn some of those higher cent rates. And even then, like, it doesn't appear that there's a huge amount of work at any given point in time, and it appears that they're not paying very much per word, like for the orders that you can apply for, that you can fill out. The price per word is super low, like I think less than 5 cents a word, even if you're like a highly rated author. And for people like me who can't follow instructions, it's even lower. I was getting paid like 0.7 pennies per word. So bad. So yeah, look, like, it wasn't great. It did only take me like maybe 15 minutes to earn those $2.42. So perhaps like I'm just making above minimum wage, not including the time I had to do the sample and all the other stuff. But I think Textbroker the earning potential is pretty low. Okay, so who would I recommend this for? Honestly, I wouldn't recommend it for anyone, is the full honest description. If you're already successfully writing on a platform, this isn't for you. You're not gonna make real extra income from this. It's just gonna frustrate you and annoy you like it has me. I hesitate to recommend it for beginners because the interface is so clunky and hard to use, and they have those sticky notifications that just never go away. It's also kind of like, I feel a little dirty now because I've written something for some random guy to boost his profile on Google. 2 random guys actually to boost their profiles on Google. And I feel like I wasn't used for my writing skills, I was used for my ability to click on a page on Google and spend time there to indicate high clickability, high engagement to Google or whatever, and that feels a little gross. So in short, I don't recommend it. I don't recommend Textbroker. I will update this video with another video if they improve the system, if I magically make riches, or I can't think of any reason that my opinion would change, to be honest. So stay away from Textbroker, not worth your time. Find other places to write online. All right, everyone, this has been another video on how to grow your blogging empire. If you like these videos, please subscribe. If you have any questions, if you love Textbroker and you disagree with me and you think I really am bad at following instructions, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And until then, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.